Hi, and welcome to Middle Class Film Class Podcast, episode 36. I'm Pete.
I'm Joseph.
I'm Tyler.
And this week, we'll let Destiny land on my pick, Cats.
Can you find your way blind when you're lost in the street?
Do you know how to go to the heavy side layer?
Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus.
I hope that was Idris Elba actually singing.
This was the grease of furries.
Furry Grease. All
Furry
right.
Grease.
So we watched Furry Grease just literally just now before we started recording.
The movie ended like 30 minutes ago.
And before we go any further, we have to address the elephant that we're all in the same room. And this is the first time we recorded in 5-6 weeks or so, something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, I think
around
so.
that.
Yeah.
In the
We
same
live in
room.
California, so we're on top of the coronavirus.
Yeah, well, our curve is pretty flat. So we're in Sacramento County where there's, I don't know,
Nothing.
yeah, not a whole lot going on. But
Yeah.
me and Tyler also are essential workers that cannot work from home. We work at an auto body. We're at work every day, wear our masks every day. And Joseph is an essential worker who works from home because he's doing news.
Yes.
And
the news never stops.
And he does wear a mask while he's
While he's on Zoom.
he's on Zoom. Yeah.
So we
Don't
decided,
worry.
we decided we all know what our contact trails are or whatever they call that. We really don't go anywhere or do anything. So we're still keeping our relative distance and being smart about it. And no open mouth kisses or sneezing in each other's faces.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Like how we always
We don't
do.
share needles around here.
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, not anymore.
but so we decided we have to get to watch Cats.
We got to watch Cats.
And
We had the privilege to watch Cats.
and it's not streaming anywhere for free, so we had to rent it. So we thought, why not? Let's get together, rent it one time. Only one of
Thanks,
us.
Nathan Dan.
Yeah, this episode is dedicated
Thanks,
to
Toby.
Nathan Dan. Your message was loud and clear.
Thanks, George Bush.
I thought eventually we were going to review. I think we said it in an early episode. Eventually,
It was mentioned. that
we're gonna watch
We
Cats.
would eventually be
Yeah.
watching it.
which is fine.
It was an
I don't know if the movie was on the wheel when you had mentioned that, though.
No, it was not.
Okay.
No, it was an inevitability. Inevitability.
Yeah. Thank you, Agent Smith. But that was so what we decided to do, since it is a ridiculous movie and we knew we didn't really want to sit and pay attention the whole time. We decided to talk shit basically through the whole movie and record it. So we're going to release a special episode
Yeah.
after this is released. Probably, we usually release on Wednesdays. We'll probably release it maybe Thursday.
It's an hour. It's the length of the movie.
Yeah.
It's a
And
commentary.
You can watch the movie if you so desire, and listen to our commentary if you also so desire.
You can listen
We're
to us
funny, okay?
all. You can listen to us all shriek at the same time.
Honestly, the movie
Aegis
is
Eldra comes on screen.
yeah. Oh god,
It's like, oh god.
in full form.
Yeah. Glistening, muscular fursuit body.
Yeah. If you'd rather not watch the movie, if you're watching it alone and you don't, I would not recommend watching
No,
this
don't
movie
watch- no,
alone.
don't.
But if you are by yourself, I would recommend putting our commentary on so as to feel some camaraderie.
Camaraderie.
Okay, I don't need to feel attacked right now. Okay.
You're fond of me, lobster.
So,
Yeah.
It's good to be back in the same room, though.
Yes.
Yes.
So before we get into the old Cats there,
Are you ready, kids?
Yes, sir. Aye, sir.
I can't hear you.
Aye, sir.
Oh!
Fuck you.
Now's the time for gab and chatter.
Wow, it's a different experience listening to that.
over
Not over Discord.
yeah, we've been doing Discord.
Come on, Discord. Really, get your shit together.
Together.
Come on. It's
Um,
2020.
So that's the first time you guys heard it.
Yeah,
Not through Discord.
not affected by internet latency or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, our listeners have been hearing it very clearly.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
true.
So
We have production.
Yeah.
And we've also had a new character introduced in our universe, producer Justice.
Yeah.
He was sitting in watch cats with us. I've mentioned him a few times. He's my roommate and one of our good friends, and he has he watched The Greasy Strangler with me.
Ooh.
He watched Cats with us.
Why are you making him subjecting him to this?
He gets to watch Cats
Yeah.
with us. So
and he gets the title of producer justice.
Yeah. Justice is also helping us. We're going to get into uploading our podcasts onto YouTube. So if you're at work and you can't have your phone out, you can throw on YouTube and listen to the audio and just kind of put it in a back tab or something like that, which is how he listens to most of his content at work.
Sure.
A lot of people have like paywalls and stuff like that. So
this is really just for justice, so that he can listen.
This is now the Justice podcast.
Yeah.
So
He is the producer, after all.
that's true. So Tyler, you watched Joseph, you watched The Rise of Skywalker
Yes.
this week.
My news is that I watched the latest installment of the Star Wars
Episode 9.
Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker.
The Rise of Skywalker was the most disappointing thing since my dad found out that I was his son.
Well, that's more of a personal thing that
That's a Mr. Plinkett problem.
I can't really relate to.
Well,
Yes. Well, I'll say that I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan. I appreciate the original
What?
the original trilogy.
Uh-huh.
But as far as fantasy epics go, Lord of the Rings for me takes the helm.
we're going back to this argument
But
again. Okay.
I don't want to get into the arguments. We will just say, just to put this argument at rest, that Star Wars is a sci-fi fantasy crossover.
Sci-fi / fantasy.
Yeah, even though I think it's a fantasy, because it's a story about a family with magic powers.
Oh, fuck.
Space wizards.
Yeah, pretty much.
I watched The Rise of Skywalker because they released on Star Wars Day. They have all 9 movies on Disney Plus now. And
Yeah, good luck.
it was a long movie.
Really?
It is a long.
I haven't seen it.
It felt long. That was
Oh.
kind of a problem. But I did
No.
enjoy
No.
the movie.
No. No shit. Are you serious? You think so? You really think that?
I don't think I will ever watch it again.
Mm-hmm.
God.
I will not be adverse to somebody putting it on. I will not say that movie sucks.
I'm probably gonna watch it this week now.
Oh,
Oh,
come on.
but it is an enjoyable. Okay, how I view the new sequel trilogy, I view them as anthology movies because of how different they seem to feel.
Mm-hmm.
Last Jedi was vastly different than Force Awakens, and in this movie,
Well, yeah, because they
kinda
retconned the whole movie.
they kind of go back to the Force Awakens, like old fashioned Star Wars feeling.
Mm-hmm.
But I did enjoy the movie. If there was no other movie of Star Wars, and this was like the first one,
Yeah,
I would say that was a good movie.
as a standalone movie.
Yeah,
it holds
there was
up.
no prior story that they could like ruin. I mean, the whole Palpatine thing is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, like I said, this movie is the most disappointing thing since my birth.
The fact that there is no explanation, and the only explanation they do give in the movie is that they say Palpatine's back somehow, and they say the word somehow in the movie.
It's always a bad sign.
It's like, okay, I guess I'll just go with this.
It's like the scene in Emperor's New Groove when Yzma and Kronk teleport ahead of them somehow, and they're like, "How'd you get ahead of us?" And they're like, "Huh, you got me." By all accounts, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but I don't think it's as bad as. I mean, I'm not a Star Wars fan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fanboy.
Well, that's clear.
I'm not a fanboy, and if I was somebody,
Wait, so you were entertained by The Rise of Skywalker?
I was entertained.
Oh my god!
I was entertained by Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker. I think it was in the movie. There were some things that were like very questionable,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sure there are a lot of problematic story errors. I don't follow Star Wars that much. So as a casual, even less than casual Star Wars fan, it's pretty good.
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
So you think it's a piece of shit, Tyler?
But hold on, wait, what? Tyler, do you love Star Wars?
It's a big question.
You hate the movie because you love Star Wars so much?
Oh God. I mean, how do I say this? Really,
Get on the mic.
other than that, Star Wars, the original trilogy. I honestly, I'm too flabbergasted on what this is certainly a movie.
Welcome to hell.
Yeah, I'm flabbergasted, really, because you've seen The Return of the Jedi, and you know that Palpatine goes into the reactor and blows up.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense. I am aware that it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. So what's so all no redeeming qualities in this
For Tyler.
for Tyler.
So I appreciate J.J. Abrams' effort into making a quality Star Wars movie after The Last Jedi, although they're...
Don't hold back. Don't hold back, bro. Let it out.
Well, no, I'm gonna hold back because really, like, I can go into a whole rant about this, but
Write an essay.
This is gonna be a short episode, so
yeah, exactly. So I guess what I will say about Star Wars
games.
spit it out.
What I will say about the sequel Star Wars trilogy movie is that it's done in a way where it was like done like the Picard series.
Oh, the new Star Trek
installment. Yes, I am comparing this to the Picard series, which
Bold take, Noe.
well, it's actually not a bold take, really, because
If you've seen the Picard series,
exactly,
which I haven't.
well, I don't recommend it.
Okay.
But
I wasn't going to watch it.
I stopped at TNG. I was like, Deep Space Nine, no thanks.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna even
Voyager.
I'm not gonna even give that answer the time of day. But
So I just want to say something, Tyler, so we can wrap this whole Star Wars up.
okay.
Help this whole Star Wars thing.
There's a podcast, a friend of the show, Jamie Campos Minor, runs called
Oh my God,
The
who
Ugly-
is that?
The Ugly Truth with 2 E's.
I don't want. Oh my God, I know where you're going from.
Episode 426 and a
No,
half.
no, I know
Ugly
where you're
Extra,
going with
the
this.
Rise
No.
of Skywalker review with special guest, my son Tyler Noe. Yes, this is Tyler's mom's podcast. And in Tyler's mom's podcast, Tyler's review of the Rise of Skywalker is 6 baby Yodas out of 10. That seems like a pretty good.
That's a D.
I mean, that's 4 of our ranking system. That's 3 out of 5, which is the same ranking he give Blair Witch, his favorite horror movie. What say you, Tyler?
Well, you got me there. got me there.
Stop it. Get some help.
I don't even know what to say. Other than that,
That's right. I came
my co-host did the research.
my homework, baby.
Yeah, they did the homework.
You got some skeletons in your closet, Tyler.
Hey, well,
Tyler was on a movie high when he recorded that the day after he watched it, or the same day.
Because he might have enjoyed Rise of Skywalker.
It's cool to not like Star Wars. Unless your mom's in the same room, then it's like it's 6 baby Yodas.
well,
As a movie, it has okay.
I mean, as a movie, like, okay, so if we're gonna talk about it as a movie, it was much in the line of the Star Trek remake that J.J. Abrams made.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was really.
I like that one.
It was really interesting.
The first one.
J.J. Abrams
Yes.
made it. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. So that's where I would put it on, I guess.
How long have we been on this rock?
Star Trek Remake 1.
I'm sorry.
I was better than Rise of Skywalker.
I'm sorry, Star Trek fans, and I'm sorry, Mike Stoklosis. I failed you in my opinions.
I enjoyed Rise of Skywalker.
I half enjoyed. You know what? We're not gonna get into.
I give it 6 Baby Yodas out of 10.
We're
So
talking
you and Tyler
about
like the movie the same amount.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
we're not.
Maybe 6.5.
All right.
You know what? How about we talk about it?
We're gonna talk about it next week because I'm gonna watch it.
Okay.
And we'll revisit this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No problem.
And
I'll
then
watch it again.
Greasy Strangler 2 weeks from now.
Yes. Oh yes. Okay. So
I'll delay that as far as I can.
before we get any further, we're gonna try to make this a little bit of a shorter episode because we just got done talking an hour and a half about Cats whilst watching it.
Yep.
Tom Hooper's Regrettable Cats, the official title. But first streaming picks. Either one of you guys have? Oh, Tyler. I'll just go. Joseph, why don't you go first?
Okay, I don't have much of kind of a slow week. No movies, but I have been
Really?
watching
With an HBO subscription.
HBO and Disney Plus. We watched. Well, he just did his Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, that's streaming on okay. Rise of Skywalker streaming on Disney Plus. I do recommend you watch it. Unless you're a hardcore Star Wars fan, then you probably might not like it. And you probably already watched it if you're a hardcore Star Wars fan.
That's a good point. That's a fair point.
If you're a casual fan like me,
Or me.
you might enjoy it as a movie.
Cool.
Okay, that's on Disney Plus.
Tyler, what's your stream?
Wait, hold on. Just kidding.
Oh shit!
This other one is not a movie. It's a documentary series recently released on HBO. It is streaming on HBO now and Hulu, I think, if you also have like the HBO attachment or something.
Yeah.
It is called McMillions.
Mm-hmm.
This is
It's on Hulu too.
this is a detailed account of the McDonald's Monopoly game scam during the 90s as told by the participants of the FBI agents and quote unquote winners of
Scammers.
of the Monopoly winners.
You never heard about this, Tyler?
No.
The whole Monopoly, McDonald's Monopoly game. Somebody scammed it.
They were
like cheated the pieces and
And they made a
to
documentary
win
about
millions.
it.
Yeah.
they gave it to certain people. They gave the
Oh.
winning pieces to certain people, and
It's the perfect crime.
it is it kind of sounds a little dry because like financial and like
Yeah.
McDonald's in the 90s, but it is the way they produce this documentary is very slick editing. I'm not a huge fan of like reenactments in like documentaries or like true crime shows, but
God, they do reenactments in this one.
it's the way they do it is very well done.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
And it's a very entertaining documentary. It's like kind of funny, kind of sad, kind of it's all around entertainment, and it's 6 to 8 episodes. I'm about halfway through it, and it's like the last 2 episodes are like cliffhangers. It's like, fuck, now I gotta watch the next one. yeah, it's really good.
Cool. Awesome. McMillions.
McMillions.
Tyler, what do you got?
Millions.
What you got?
So kind of to piggyback off of HBO, I recently got my parents' login information to HBO,
All right.
Cool.
and I went in there, and oh my god,
So much
They're-
porn.
I went in HBO.
I went into HBO
Went in hard.
hella hard.
Yeah.
I thought it was used very gratuitously. Oh yeah, very much so. And Aliens, the Predator.
Like the last 3 weeks, this has been about aliens.
I know, it's such a great movie.
They have like all the alien movies.
Got a boner for
Yep.
Geiger.
Well, yeah,
And Mr. Scott.
Yes, I do.
And James Cameron.
Yep, I do. I can't wait for the Avatar sequels that
Oh yeah,
will be.
it's already been 13 years since the last one, at least.
Just another 13 years.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of brings me to my news point, is which the Avatar sequels, the funding has reached over $1 billion.
$1 billion?
Wow.
$1 billion with a B?
Wait, this
Yes.
is streaming picks, not news.
Well, I'm
what's-
I'm including it in the news.
So what's streaming on HBO then?
So HBO is streaming Aliens, the director's special cut.
Uh-huh.
Oh, cool.
Of
the-
Aliens.
Yeah, that's the sequel, Aliens.
Alien 2.
They're streaming the original Alien, which is a masterpiece, and they're streaming Predator.
That's
Oh.
cool. I like Predators too.
Predator and Predator 2 are really
Yeah,
good.
Predator 2 is really good.
So it's
AVP
basically-
Requiem is also really good.
Want some candy?
So with my streaming picks, I usually try to choose movies that like I have seen over like the weekend or the week, which I haven't seen before. But with these
This new
HBO
discovery.
These are,
yeah,
these
with
are
this
too good of classic movies
yeah,
to
with
not
this
talk about.
yeah, with this HBO login discovery, it's like, come on, watch Aliens,
The keys
watch
to the vault,
Alien,
baby.
watch Predator.
Yeah.
They're
All the
classic
movies on HBO.
I'm sure everyone who's listening has seen these movies, but it's good to watch them again.
I recommend The Shawshank Redemption.
If you haven't seen them,
It's,
watch them.
It sure was
And
a
if you don't have
Shawshank Redemption.
And if you don't have HBO, just get your parents' login information.
Yeah,
Simple as that.
yeah.
Life pro tip.
Life hacks.
Cool.
All of my streaming picks are on HBO right now because
So is it the Alien movies on HBO now?
Alien,
well,
Aliens, and
it's
Predator.
Alien, Aliens, and Predator.
And AVP Requiem. All right. Cool.
yeah.
All right.
So what about you, Pete? What do you got?
I have a classic that I watched for the first time, start to finish, also on HBO. Jaws from 1975.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't really going to talk about
On
this.
HBO?
On HBO. Yeah.
Shit, yeah. That's what I'm
HBO.
saying. This
HBO
is
now.
the
Home-
HBO.
Home box office.
If you're listening, HBO.
It's not TV, it's HBO. That is our original tagline. So yeah, I've never seen it before, start to finish. I've seen almost the entire movie in clips and like start like half of this here
Wait,
and finishing it there. I've
Wait,
never
Jaws, the original? You've never seen the
Jaws.
whole?
Jaws 1. Yeah.
Wow.
Never
I
seen-
mean, that's a movie that, for the longest time, like growing up, it would always be like on.
yeah, that was it. I just see it on and you see like the first 10 minutes, the first 45 minutes, and then the last hour and the last
Yeah.
final scene.
Yeah.
So I watched it start
Yeah.
to finish with Bree. She loves shark movies. It was great. It's a
Cool.
reason why it has 98% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's a really good movie. Little criticism, little long in the middle. Probably could have cut out.
Yeah.
Could have cut out a lot, So,
Yeah,
anyways,
sure.
that's just a small criticism, but that's Jaws on HBO. Payoff from last week. Joseph's streaming pick was Lego Movie 2, the second
Oh,
part.
yeah.
I said on the podcast last week that I'd seen it, and I realized that I did not.
I don't know
thinking of
what I was watching.
Yeah, exactly. I have no idea what I was talking about, but I haven't seen that movie. So I watched it. It was good. Watch it.
Yeah.
On Hulu.
Watch Lego Batman.
Lego Batman much better. So a couple of new things that I've seen that I want to talk about on Netflix. 2019 release. This is a documentary called The Circus of Books. You guys seen this on Netflix?
Oh.
It is about a bookstore called the Circus of Books in LA, West Hollywood area, late 80s, early 90s ish, and continuing on till today. It is basically a porn shop for like the gay community.
What?
Yeah, and it's run by these two very unassuming like Jewish couple, and they have 3 kids, and the kids don't know what's going on and stuff. And it is it's a roller coaster of a documentary because you meet the characters and they're like, well, we decided to start selling porn movies here, and it was pretty lucrative, and we became the first distributor for Larry Flynn's Hustler. And they get into like their life story, and then you get to learn about the actual characters themselves. And like the dad is a really interesting character. He was like special effects supervisor for 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Wow.
And then the mom who runs it, she's a very unassuming woman. She was like an investigative journalist before, like really like hard hitting stuff. And the documentary is spearheaded by their daughter, their eldest daughter. So it's worth a watch. It was fun.
It's a documentary.
Yeah, it's a documentary. It's solid. It's worth a watch. It's called Circus of Books on Netflix. You could do a whole lot worse. And then I did watch a movie I've been meaning to see for a while. I can't remember who recommended this to me, but it's 2017. It's called Revenge. And I signed up. I signed up for Shudder, the 30-day Shudder trial subscription. This is it's
a bold move.
French movie.
Yeah.
French-Belgian movie.
Yeah.
And it's set in Morocco, the deserts of Morocco. And basically, it's a very, very attractive young woman who is like a trophy girl, like arm candy for this super rich dude. And they're at his bachelor pad in the middle of nowhere. Sorry. They're at his bachelor pad in the middle of nowhere. And his hunting buddies show up out of nowhere. And long story short, she gets raped by one of her friends. It is very sad, very unfortunate. Nothing as brutal and like raw as like The Nightingale, but still, not fun to watch. And she gets basically chased off, and she goes into the wilderness of Morocco, and they leave her for dead. And the rest of the movie is her getting revenge on these three assholes.
Okay, so it sounds exactly like Nightingale.
It's very similar to that, but it's not nearly as like real world brutal. It's more like
Pulp Fiction-y?
Yeah, kind of actually. They would probably have like 2 or 3 full-length articles in Fangora magazine about this, because the gore special effects and the body horror stuff it's not body horror, but body gore stuff is very good. She falls off a cliff and gets impaled by a giant tree, and then the after effects of how she survives that and gets herself off the tree is brutal. And she like cauterizes her own wound and takes peyote and all kinds of crazy shit. It was for a revenge action
natural born killers
rape flick. It was pretty fun. So, the last scene is like a Three Stooges chase scene through his mansion, but not played for laughs. I was laughing though. So that's called Revenge. It's 2017. Just Watch says it's available on Amazon, but when I went to go watch on Amazon, it said Shudder. You have to sign up for Shudder. So I signed up.
Oh, the Shudder like attachment.
Yeah, I signed up for the 30-day trial for Shudder through Amazon. And I thought, that's $5 a month. That might be something I stick with, because it has a lot of good stuff on Shudder. So that's it. You guys want to talk about cats?
Not really, but I guess we have to.
I do. I have a lot to say.
Oh, do you?
I love this movie.
Really?
Wow, Tyler, that's interesting.
It didn't sound like you liked it when we were recording that thing.
Well, I have a lot to say about.
Are you mental?
Yeah.
So what was your? Well, first off, this is a 2019 Cats, directed by Tom Hooper, screenplay unfortunately also by Tom Hooper
And somebody else.
and some other guy or girl. And we're kind of throughout the movie thinking maybe Tom Hooper just directed it. He didn't have any say in like the atrocious lack of plot or whatever the fuck was going on throughout this movie. But yeah, he wrote it too. It wasn't good.
I've never seen the original Cats musical Broadway show.
Yeah, so let's go to initial thoughts. Joseph, what was your initial thought after watching?
Hold on. I'm leading this episode.
Yeah.
Joseph, what was your initial thoughts? Just a call back to last episode.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. I felt like I wasted a lot of my time.
Ooh.
I honestly, it felt like an hour and 50-minute intro to the movie.
Yeah.
I was waiting for
The title card to pop on screen.
like an inciting incident to happen. Something to like set off the motion for the rest of the movie. I wasn't sure who the main character was for a while. I saw like James Corden and Rebel Wilson and all these other people in it. Yeah, I kind of regret. This is probably one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Oh man, just
Oh
wait till
my
you watch.
God.
Just wait till you watch the Greasy Strangler, boy.
Come on, it's not that bad.
Okay. One of the worst movies I've ever seen is Tusk.
Oh my gosh.
This is another one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Oh,
So like I don't really think about the worst movies.
You don't have a bottom 5 list?
No. But so far it's Tusk and this movie and soon to be Greasy Strangler.
no.
What about Return to Blood Fart Lake?
Oh, we didn't even finish that, so I can't.
Yeah, it was bad. That was we got 10 minutes in and turned that shit off.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Tyler, what do you think?
I think this movie was trying to live up to the former glory of the Broadway spectacle that was Cats.
Mm-hmm.
This was a bad movie.
This is a bad movie.
Pretty good.
Pretty bad.
Good and pretty bad.
Pretty good at being pretty bad.
So if you listen to our commentary, we have a lot of fun
Yeah.
watching the movie, but at the same time, this movie there was no plot, there was no hook, and the only thing that was a redeeming quality was the countless hours that the animators put into this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cats.
All right. I thought my wrap-up thoughts. I thought that it felt to me like it was such a really bold attempt at making a great movie, and had all these advanced like technologies, and they had like all these star-studded cast: Rebel Wilson, Dame Judi Dench, Sir Ian McKellan.
I like how you said star-studded cast. Rebel Wilson.
Rebel Wilson.
Yeah.
Hey, she's famous.
She's famous
She's
now.
famous. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's cool. She was in
T Swift,
Ghostbuster,
Jason
right?
Derulo, Idris Elba. Who am I missing?
Taylor Swift.
Yeah. James Corden.
Wah.
James Corden.
Yeah, but it was. I mean, it had a great cast. I mean, Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah.
That's what we're missing.
Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver. Yes.
Sigourney Weaver.
And no, she wasn't in it.
Yeah.
Elijah
Might
Wood's
as well
lookalike.
have been.
And the CGI was like, it was really ambitious. I mean, if you're focusing on the main focus character of each shot, it looks very good. As soon as you start looking at the background characters,
Kinda
it was
falls off a little bit.
you see, starts looking like a cutscene from a video game. But at the end of the day, somebody should have been able to look at this and go, "This is not gonna good." Like, let's do like an initial like 10-minute cut. Let's do a teaser trailer or something like that, and then realize, okay, maybe let's not sink $95 million into this movie. It was like when a person with no class or taste wins the lottery and then just buys all the most atrocious bullshit you can imagine and paints their house gold, and you're like, what the fuck? What are you thinking? Do you not have eyes? I mean, everybody else can look at this and see this is a piece of shit.
Yeah,
But Tom Hooper is like,
how many
bought and sold, baby.
Yeah, how many levels of approval did this movie go through?
I know. And the worst part about the whole thing is that this is the better version, the quote unquote better. This is after they fixed the hideous faces.
Yeah.
They Sonic the Hedgehog'd it, and they redid all the CGI for the faces. And this is the better version. There was times, listen to our commentary if you want to know what we're talking about, because there's like, you see Idris Elba he's introduced as the McGuffigan or McCavity character. And he's like this mysteriously evil, like wizard cat that can turn people into dust. And he's wearing
that
this.
makes no
can, like,
appearance
teleport.
whatsoever.
Yeah, he can teleport and like turn people into dust. But then at one point he jumps in on this musical number they're doing.
Oh God!
Sheds his jacket. And now you see the full beefy glory of Idris Elba in his fursuit
As a cat.
and you're like, oh God, his muscles are bulging. You can see shapes all over the place. It was like it was shocking.
It was.
Oh no, it's bad.
Yeah. It was. I mean, within I'd say 60 seconds, I was already checked out.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that's what I thought going into this movie.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
honestly, the movie did not have any plot whatsoever
Yes.
to what.
It was just a bunch of it was like the SNL intro where they're just introducing all the characters
Yeah.
for an hour and 50 minutes.
And this
yeah.
was a 2-hour movie. That it was a 2-hour intro to the characters.
I will say it ended at about hour 40, which I appreciated because they probably had 12-minute long
Credits.
because
Yeah.
there was 1,000 animators that unfortunately had to waste their life on this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
it stopped
again-
at 1 hour and 42 minutes, and the movie was 149 on
I'm
YouTube.
being very not generous with this. I'm being very unfair for effect because I mean, you got to hand it to the amount of effort that went into it, the choreography of the dance, the
Sure.
musical numbers. There was attempts at humor that didn't go anywhere, but at the same time, they're working with source material that is a fucking play. You know, adapting a Broadway play into a musical.
It's like the longest running play
At the time, it was, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
Broadway.
It kind of reminded me of the CGI remake of Beauty and the Beast. You guys remember that one?
The Disney remake, the
Yeah, but-
live action remake.
Yeah, but that was a cut for cut from an animated movie. That's different. And the animated movie
Well,
was
that-
one of the
that-
best animated movies ever made.
But that's kind of what I'm saying, though, is that they had the same attitude, whereas they were just like, oh, Beauty and the Beast, that was a musical that we could cut and make into a legitimate movie, much
Well,
like
there's so many of those now.
well,
As far as
much
Disney
much
remakes.
like the Jungle Book, much
Yeah.
like
Yeah, but
the
if they-
Lion King.
But I don't agree with that because if they used that same approach for like the Jungle Book, then you would have a CGI bear singing, the bare necessities. Like Jon Favreau made a legit, completely different movie than the animated movie, where the Beauty and the Beast remake was almost a cut for cut.
It's pretty much
shot for
just
shot.
the animated movie, just with live action.
It was like when they remade Psycho. It was like a shot for shot remake.
Or Funny Games.
Yes, oh yes,
Yeah,
yes. Funny Games was a really good one.
Enough of these games.
That's probably going to end up on the wheel one day.
I think the
Which
problem.
one? Which version?
The English one.
I think the problem with this movie was that there was an attempt to make a shot-for-shot remake of the Broadway play.
How do you make a shot-for-shot remake of a Broadway play?
Well, that's the problem, though, is that
It doesn't exist.
you can't do it.
Don't make no sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make no sense.
So,
the fuck you
a
talking about?
successful... so Tom Hooper has made 2 movies now that were plays. Les Miserables, which was much superior.
in Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Wait, hold
that's
on.
Tobe
No,
Hooper.
that's Tobe Hooper.
I was just going to ask you, Joseph,
Oh.
can you, as a fan of Les Miserables, I have not seen it. You have, and you appreciate it greatly. You mentioned it many times while we were watching this movie. Give us like a good and bad. Good being Les Mis and how that differs from Cats.
Well, so Les Mis is live action. It's all humans, and there's no cats.
There's no cats?
Anthropomorphic cats singing in the streets of London. This takes place in France
Okay.
during the French Revolution, starring a bunch of people with Cockney accents. But the filmmaking in Les Mis is a lot better. It's way more immersive. They did live singing.
Let me ask you a question. Do you give a shit about the characters in Les Mis?
Yes.
Do you give a shit about the characters in Cats?
No.
Do you remember any of the characters from Cats? Like what their names are besides
McCavity and
McCavity.
Deuteronomy.
Deuteronomy? Yeah.
Deuteronomy. And the magic cat.
Oh, but
Mistopheles.
Okay, so I'm gonna do also another experiment that I saw on Red Letter Media, which is name a character from Cats without its title or what its job is.
Without its title, or
Yeah.
what its job is.
Like if they don't have it, like the Mistopheles is the magician. He's a magic cat, right?
Okay.
What personality traits does Mistopheles have?
He is a black and white cat.
Oh, that's his physical description. You can't do that
Okay.
either. No.
Mike, if you're listening
A
to
person, someone.
The character, it was
a discerning quality about
yeah.
them.
There's no quality. Like it was a.
Yeah.
I want to say it was Star Wars Episode 1 Red Letter Media review, Phantom Menace,
oh my god.
and they talk about the. They ask a group of people, name the characters from Episode 4, A New Hope. What kind of person is Han Solo? He's like, oh, he's rugged. He's kind of cocksure. He's a little,
Indiana
cocky.
Jones in the space version.
Yeah, he's Space Jones.
Yeah.
And then if you think about like Qui-Gon Jinn from Star Wars Episode 1, it's like he has no fucking characteristics.
He's a pedophile who likes Anakin.
I feel like that's this movie. It's like the whole movie, instead of having a plot, was just a series of introductions of people. Oh, sorry, of cats.
Forgettable characters.
Yeah, Rebel Wilson cat was
She was the
fat.
fat one.
Yeah, she's fat.
And she
Or-
plays
no,
she plays
Actually,
no importance.
James Corden was the fat one. They had a whole song about it.
Yeah, she's the lazy one. She's an indoor cat. She never leaves, and she somehow keeps mice
And-
hostage under her sink.
And always wears a fur skin suit.
Here's
That
the
was
problem.
weird. She peeled her skin off at one point.
Yes.
Ugh.
Here's the problem I have with the Cats movie that we watched is that there's no plot to the movie. And so
Yeah.
there's no reason for me to care about the characters that are on
The screen. Yeah.
I agree with that.
And
Yeah.
so it's like, yeah,
You're waiting for the plot point to like follow.
for 2 hours.
Yeah.
It
For
was.
2 hours, I was waiting for a.
There's like
I'm gonna summarize the plot in about 4 sentences.
Okay.
The main character cat gets thrown out of a vehicle by a human, and she meets the what do they call them?
Jellicles?
Jellicle.
Yeah,
Cats.
Jellicles.
She meets the Jellicle clan of cats. Okay, that's 1 sentence. They tell her how important it is to pick a name, but she doesn't pick a name. Then we meet a series of cats which have no bearing on the story whatsoever, and then Jennifer Hudson cat goes to heaven, and that's pretty much it.
and Idris Elba also is like wants to go
She's trying to
there.
ride her coattails to heaven.
Like his goal is to do that, but I don't really understand his plan.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, when
He
we
can turn people into dust.
He's like in the movie.
when
and
we first started watching this movie,
He's
we
the
didn't-
magical cat.
We didn't really even know what was going on.
No, when
Like,
we
they're-
finished watching the movie, we didn't know what was
No.
going on.
Yeah,
yeah, I was like, that was a time length that we sat through with something on this TV.
yeah.
So I will give credit where credit's due. The dancing was good. The choreography was pretty good.
Taylor Swift was good. was
Taylor
good.
Swift. But
She's very swift.
yeah,
She's very
And-
swift in her
and
lyrics.
when the payoff happened with Jennifer Hudson cat comes back and sings the finish to Memories, Moonlight song, whatever, which I didn't know was from this play, but
Me
I've heard
either.
the song before. When she comes in, she sings it at the end, and she loses all her demure demeanor, and she becomes
She
this.
belts it
Yeah,
out.
she starts really fucking kicking it out.
Yeah.
I got goosebumps on the back of my neck. It was yeah, baby. It was great.
yeah, she was. she was good.
And-
She was good in her portrayal of that part in the Cats play.
And when they she sings the first half of that song, and then she walks away, and we're like,
Give us another one.
Yeah.
and then she goes away for like an hour, and she comes back at the end, and we're like, oh shit.
It's weird. This
Give
movie
us another one.
this movie had a weird problem of like characters they was following multiple people. I feel like
Oh yeah,
it was like people would come in.
Yeah,
and
the
those
main
people would go
character-
away.
we're
And they
the
would
mysterious cats.
they would come away.
We'll come in later when
they-
we get you all high.
I know they come back 30 minutes later, and then it's like I'm not sure who am I following? What character arc should I be focusing on?
That's why I propose this movie add an extra 30 minutes onto it. We
Yeah.
want more character development for the cats.
Yes, release it with the butthole cut.
Yeah, the butthole cut probably has a lot more character development.
And
man.
then what was the other thing I was gonna say? The Moonlight song or Daydream or whatever the fuck that song is called.
Memory?
Memory, yeah.
Yeah.
That song was very good, but again, not from the movie, just from the actual thing, from the play, the original play.
Yeah.
And it was the other thing that I had a very huge problem with was that even not during like the dance scenes, every movement that the cats make was like so like overtly furry sexual.
Oh yeah.
It's like they're just constantly like gyrating and like
Yeah.
I know they're cats and cats kind of move like that
Cats move
anyways.
very like
I'm a cat.
Wait, it's not like a furry movement. If you're gonna make a cats movie, you're not trying to make a furry movie. You're trying to make a cats movie.
yeah. They moved like they were like interpretive dancing the whole time.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
It was contemporary dancing, and they were just kind of.
It was
And
there's
the
They were
pro-
sleek and moving all sultry.
And
like,
to bring it all back, the problem is there's no plot to this movie.
again no
There
plot.
is no plot to this movie. Even to the end, you're just like, okay.
There was-
I watched.
She's in a hot
the
air balloon.
Cats movie.
wow, look at that! I guess that was the goal.
It was like the end of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, or Willy Wonka and the Chocolate
The
Factory.
elevator?
He is in the glass elevator and can just fly any direction.
Anywhere, if you could fly over this town, that's weird.
Charlie Buckets just went to heaven right there,
Oh.
just like Jennifer Hudson cat.
Yeah.
And I just don't.
There
think...
was a very
Not too good,
very
man.
odd like scene near the end of the movie where Dame Judi Dench is just like
Whatever the fuck her name is.
she's like singing to us.
Oh,
She's looking.
yes.
It seems
looking into the camera.
It seems like she's breaking the fourth wall,
She
and
is.
she's talking about
is.
like cats.
This is how you talk to a cat.
This is how you address a cat.
Cats are not dogs.
cool. All right.
It's a
That was a very odd scene.
It was like
Sure.
It was like a PSA. She's like, "This is how you talk to cats. Cats are not dogs."
Wow.
Cool. Yeah.
It was.
What is this?
It was
This
very.
is a dog.
It was very PSA, and
Yeah, it was like a PSA.
And I just
PBS
think,
PSA.
I think so. The problem that I have with this movie is that
What's your problem with this movie?
It has no plot.
one, it has no plot. What? But two, it's surrounded by talented people. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That can't make Cats into a modern cinematic.
No matter which way you
thing?
slice it, it doesn't look good. No matter
No.
how you portray the cats.
No.
If you were to have like actual cats, like no human faces, and just have them like with their mouths moving, like cats versus dogs.
You know,
I don't know if that would have been better.
It honestly harks back to Kung Fu Panda 3. Kung Fu Panda 3 was a perfect example of how you
Talking animals.
Yeah.
Okay.
As far as like, you know,
They should have done it like Babe.
yeah,
And CGI'd
yeah.
the cats to do
Kung-
exactly like do all
Kung
the
Fu-
dance routines with
so-
cats.
So Kung Fu Panda or Babe would have been a perfect way to exemplify the I guess the plot that
Have a
they're
way with words, Tommy.
The lack of plot.
yeah,
Plot.
yeah, the quote unquote plot. Yeah, I don't know. It's Cats.
I think you like this.
I love this movie.
Wow. Say it again.
I love this movie.
You louder this time.
Oh man.
Well, I'm glad we watched it together. Tyler, if you
Yeah,
wouldn't have
I
said
would have
something,
a hard time watching this.
Yeah.
Justifying paying money. For
yeah,
this.
if you didn't say that on last week's episode that you really hoped we watch it together, I probably wouldn't have.
Oh fuck! Am I supposed to Venmo you money for the rental?
No, it's fine.
It was like $4.
You come over to my house, you eat my food, you watch my cats.
You didn't like it. There was no plot, apparently.
Taking a personal attack. God damn it, Tyler. So pissed off at you right now. No, but it was good. I had a good time. It was not a great movie, but I'm glad I watched it.
It will never be watched again.
Yes.
In this house.
You're gonna have clout for talking about movies that you hate.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Like, hey, you ever seen Cats? Well, you can't hate movies if you've never seen Cats.
What did you say?
No, I'm glad we watched it. So, you guys have any closing thoughts? You want to give it a rating?
Oh.
This is a hard movie to rate.
Well,
First.
okay, I'll go first. So the IMDb rating is a 2.7 out of 10.
2.7.
If you know anything about IMDb, that's really bad.
That's like
Really
I
bad.
can't think of another movie that has that low of a rating.
Mein Kampf probably has a
Fanatic?
higher rating.
Is
than
that even on IMDb? I don't know.
That's a book.
Yeah, the Fanatic
movie
probably has.
The
Probably-
Fanatic? I don't
yeah.
know. I feel like Fanatic. I would give Fanatic a. Fanatic was way better than this movie.
I'm gonna say, yeah, Fanatic is way better.
Speaking of which, audience, I actually recently watched The Fanatic, and
Oh, good.
I would give it a higher rating than Cats.
Hell
honestly.
yeah, I liked Fanatic.
It
So
wasn't that bad.
the cats movie. I would
Starring John Travolta.
starring John Travolta. John Travolta would make a good cat.
Yeah, you would. Why was he in this?
Why wasn't he in this? I would give this movie a 1
Oh,
out
oh
of
my
5.
god!
I can't think of any redeeming qualities.
Oh,
There's
fuck.
nothing saves this movie. Not even Jennifer Hudson's performance of Memories.
Hear that, Brendan and Nathan? We're giving 1 out of 5 for.
Fuck
Cats.
you.
Thank you, Tyler.
Okay, so my rating for Cats is a 1.5 out of 5. No shit. Are you serious? Reasoning is that the production quality was pristine. The story was not. And so that's where the 0.5 comes from.
Because from the production.
Yeah.
All right. I'm in the Tyler camp too. It's a 1.5 for me. I almost gave it a 2. Like if the CGI was not so shocking in a lot of scenes, I probably would give it a
like
2.
the 3 blind mice.
Just just for the effort, you know. It's like
That's what I was thinking.
The amount of man hours that went into this, like cosmically.
Yeah.
It's a lot in the grand scheme of the universe. So much energy was put into this movie.
Oh yeah.
That I feel bad giving it a
it
less
was
than a 2.
900 plus hours.
But it was
power
it was
to
not-
make this happen.
It was not good.
Unfortunately for those
So,
people.
We're gonna close the chapter on cats and
Cats.
I'm gonna
Cats.
we're gonna go get the wheel action going. I'm gonna put this on pause because it's downstairs.
Yeah. And we're back.
So now it's time for the Wheel of Destiny, and Dunstan Chexton is already off the wheel,
Also known as Cats.
aka Cats.
I feel like Dunstan Jackson would have been more entertaining.
Probably
Yeah,
has a higher
probably.
IMDb rating by double.
Yeah, probably.
So that's off the wheel. That was my wild card pick. That's why we had Dunstan on the wheel. The real movie was Cats. The old surprise pick. So Tyler, you are now have an extra space on the wheel. You get the wild card pick.
Yeah. So my
McCavity.
MacGuffin, I suppose, is
Fake title.
going to be the animal.
The Rob Schneider movie.
Yes. Yes, the Rob Schneider movie, The
I saw that
Animal.
movie.
The
Theaters.
animal.
The furry ass.
The movie associated with this MacGuffin has nothing to do with the animal. But if I forget what I replace with the MacGuffin, we are gonna watch the animal.
God.
All right.
Yeah.
Please no.
Well, yeah. Let's hope we don't land on it.
All right. So I'm gonna recap the wheel. We have the animal just got added. Tyler's wildcard pick. We have Inner Space from Joseph, The Square from Joseph, Mac and Me, Joseph's wildcard, Suspiria from Tyler, The Fifth Element from Pete.
Well, it's Suspiria remake.
Yeah.
It's not the real one.
Yeah.
The real one.
fake Suspiria. The Lighthouse by Tyler, and E.T. the Extraterrestrial from Pete.
What is that underneath the lighthouse?
These are our bets on how much we think the lamp is going to go for in that
Oh, okay.
in the auction for
When's that? May 11th?
coming up here. Yeah.
Yeah, it is coming up.
So I said 40,000. Tyler says 25,000, and Joseph says 15,000. So, all right,
Oh.
ready for a good old spin?
Yeah.
Running spin,
Oh my god.
and here we go.
Oh my god.
This is for our movie that we're gonna watch next week.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
Oh, The Square.
The Square, Joseph's pick.
Wow.
Tell us again how this ties into Sweden.
It takes place in Sweden.
Oh, okay. And you watched.
Oh,
you saw
another
it,
foreign film.
You
No, it's
saw-
not foreign.
You saw it as a trailer
I saw
to
it
Dunkirk.
I saw it for as a trailer for Dunkirk when I was in Sweden.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
This
Streaming on
was-
Hulu.
Yes, I'm pretty sure. Let me just.
This just went on last week.
I know.
One on,
Oh,
one off.
Square?
The Square. It's a big one.
It's about Napoleon Dynamite?
What? No. Oh, it's about art.
Oh, an art curator that adds like new exhibit to this.
Art curator. Yeah, he sets up he finds himself in a crisis as he attempts to set up a controversial new exhibit. Starring nobody we know really except for Elizabeth Moss.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's solid.
Oh.
I think all of these other ones are foreign actors. Yeah.
A lot of Skarsgårds, but none of the famous ones.
There's a Bang, there's a West, there's a Notary, a Laser. Has some weird symbols in that name. A Shipchenko, Engstrom,
Shipchenko.
Lijelblad.
So basically the person who was the mutant child in Midsommar, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, cool. So that's gonna be a Joseph-led episode next week. So tune in. And
Now I got to come up with another movie. God damn it.
So follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/MCFC podcast. Send us an email. Our Gmail account is mcfcpodcast@gmail.com.
And I think we're on YouTube right now.
We're on YouTube. So look us
Oh
up
my
there.
God.
Just search for Middle Class Film Class. I'll be adding
Make sure you filter for channels in your search because you won't come up immediately.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, we're still working on the algorithms to try to make sure we come up.
Don't search for Mr. Plinkett or Half in the Bag. It's a middle class film class.
Middle Class Film Class. But yeah, I'll be uploading a new old episode every week until we reach our episode 50 mark sometime in September. Should be fun. Maybe we'll do something special for that day.
And I just released a very fresh hot meme.
Just one.
I dropped
Just
a
one.
steaming meme on the
Yeah,
Instagram page.
Actually, it's very
Mimi.
yeah, it's very steaming on our Instagram page.
It's hot.
at Middle Class Film Class.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Please send us your recommendations.
Until next week, episode 37, when we watch The Square. We'll see you guys next time.
Fuck, it's a squared. Okay, yeah, this is Tyler. Thank you.
Later.
Oh, God, his muscles are bulging. I can see shapes all over the place.